Yash, thanks for doing this, with me, and thanks for being here. But I have a quick question around music, right? Like you've been doing music for how long?
So I started like my first stage performance was, if you can call it music, it was at the age of 3 when I went up on the stage and sang with my dad.
Nice,
But that you can't say call it music. But when I started playing music, that was around 4 or 5 years of age, and around that
nice.
time.
So you've been doing it for a very long time. I think last year is the first year that you guys saw AI in music.
I think so. Yes, yeah.
पहला feeling क्या था? Did you feel scared? Did you feel excited?
I felt really excited because uh, I saw some of your video only, I think, with Tanmay. And before that, one of my friends, Anshuman, was doing something with it. So he had shown me that. Before that, I used to use it on a website called Spleeter.com. I don't know if it used a AI model, but it used to separate tracks for me.
It used to give you stems.
Stems, but it had only two stems. तो vocal और एक गाना डालोगे तो vocal और instrumental अलग अलग बन के निकलेगा. So I didn't know that it was AI. But yeah, first thing that came to my mind was it's an amazing tool. I thought first one which I saw was the noise separation thing, I think. So that was really great because एक कोई noise recording हो गया तो मैं AI tool लगा के उसको clean up कर रहा हूँ. And usually the things that I do, it requires a lot of stems की ज़रूरत पड़ती है मुझे existing songs की. So that was really cool. I found this app which is splitting tracks for me. It is still not great, but it is doable.
Did you feel any fear? I'll tell you I'll tell you why I'm asking you this. First time I saw AI in the domains that I was good at, engineering and all, I got a little scared. Like first time वो होता है ना कि यार
Scared as in ये क्या हो गया अभी ये अलग.
हाँ मतलब shit, this is moving too fast. And how can I think about my career now after this? It's like a full re-envisioning of identity, right? कि now what is going to happen in my life? So I feel, did you feel that feeling?
I don't think so. I was really excited because I had already started doing music production, and I was looking for tools and plugins that would make my job easier. So if there is a plugin that is helping, let's say autotune for that matter, uh, it's not AI, but it's a tool that I'm really fascinated with, and it really helps me to make my song or track sound better. That is all I'm aiming for because when I started out, I used to do music production on my Windows PC. ठीक है तो मैं I called my local sound guy. He got me a small mixer and he did the analog thing जहाँ पे mixer का output was the input of my Windows PC का mic in. So everything was analog and the earthing and the noise in my electricity in my house वो सब उसमें reflect होता था in all my recording. So for me just to get a audio track which is noiseless was a huge achievement. So when the digital thing came in, when AI came in, all these tools used to fascinate me and still fascinate me because it just makes my job easier.
Easier. Yeah, I mean, I think for me, the big moment with music, even though I'm not a music person, was Suno. There's a tool called Suno AI. Has anyone heard of Suno AI?
Yeah.
How many of you have not heard of Suno AI? Okay, I'm just going to play a song that was completely generated by Suno AI.
Yeah, I think I saw it first on your video only.
Yeah, so that hopefully,
It's pretty recent, no? Suno is what?
it's a couple
1
of
year
months old, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the new version is a couple of months old. Let's see if you can recognize this entire thing was AI generated.
Super cool.
1 second.
AI, which is text to music, and I used Suno AI to generate a song of Tanmay Bhatt who lost his comedy but in Hindi, and this is the output. मुंबई के गलियों में एक हास्य कलाकार नाम उसका तन्मय सबका था प्यारा यार
हंसी की उसकी बौछार थी सबके दिलों की आवाज एक दिन अचानक वो खो बैठा अपनी हंसी का राज
तन्मय का हास्य कहाँ लोग पूछते रहे.
So,
Super cool, yeah. By the way, that Tanmay's laugh was not part of the track. Just to inform you guys.
yeah, that was separate. That
Yeah.
was a plus.
But that's super cool, yeah. It is making an intro. It has a verse. It has a bridge. It has a chorus.
Yeah.
It's doing everything. It's
Yeah, and I
insane.
think the fear for me is not where it is today. People are still, I think real musicians are still better. I think where it will be like a few years later. But I think main thing that I have a problem with, why I'd still hire somebody like you or work with somebody like you is, यार control नहीं है. Like I wanted to be, and you know how clients come to you, right? They're like, ये Ritviz का song देख लो. I want something similar. Or Yash, you did this two months ago. I want something similar. That is hard for AI to do.
I think so. I totally agree because what I think I was speaking to someone outside also कि जैसे ना human जो एक idea होता है that always comes to a human mind first and whatever the tool is it will only operate on the data which is available to it till today. अभी इसके आगे वो सोच सकता है एक हद तक लेकिन इतना नहीं सोच सकता कि ह्यूमन माइंड के जो दिमाग में जो आइडिया आ रहा है वो उसको प्रेडिक्ट कर लेगा. शायद कर भी सकता है, नॉट श्योर अबाउट दैट बिकॉज आई डोंट नो हाउ इट वर्क्स एग्जैक्टली बट यू आर राइट बिकॉज एक आइडिया अगर एक लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल दिस सॉन्ग नाउ दिस इज नॉट एग्जैक्टली वॉट आई वॉन्ट इज प्लेइंग इन माई हेड. हाउ टू अचीव दैट आई नो इट. आई नो ये 4 ट्रैक्स में ऐसे करूँगा, ये चेंजेस करूँगा, इसमें करूँगा तो मिल जाएगा. बट इट इज़ हेल्पफुल when it comes to, for example, I got a brief और ये मैंने brief डाल दिया, I'm not getting any idea. This is the reference point I can use and I can build the track over it.
Yeah, I have a theory around artists, right? यार एक brain to hand flow होता है. Everyone can think great thoughts. I mean, have you all felt this? Like, you know in your head one good song that you think is a good idea, or you know a good movie idea. But the minute I ask you execute it, कर लो अब. Now you have all the tools, you have the internet, you can learn anything. How many of you can actually execute and make? You have an idea in mind. What the output that you make is probably 10% of the idea.
Yeah.
You all feel this? Do you all feel this? Anyone who doesn't feel this, who says I can think of something and when I produce it, it becomes 100% accurate? No one does, right?
Yeah, that happens with the best of the people, with filmmakers who have been there for a while.
Yeah, but I think with somebody like you, if you have something in your head, 90% of what's in your head comes out.
Yes, 90%.
Same with filmmaker, right? And then it's a question of, was the thing that you were thinking in your head commercially viable? Like, Zack Snyder made a movie recently. I don't know if you saw it. It's called Rebel Moon.
No, I have not.
It's a new movie, okay? And it was executed very well, but the idea was shit.
Achha.
Right? So, then it's about ideas, right? Now that you can execute, now that you have the skill. I think with AI, it just makes the ability for your head to your hand flow a little bit easier.
Little bit easier.
And it's just unblocking you in a way, right? But I have a question. I've seen this with music a lot, right? There was a huge debate around autotune. Even today on Reddit, the number one battle on Reddit is about autotune. Have you all heard about autotune?
Yeah, they have seen memes where they troll autotune.
ये ऑटोट्यून करता है, इसको नहीं आता है.
इसको नहीं आता है.
Right? So now with AI, it's like it's autotune on steroids. So first, I want to hear your thoughts on autotune debate. I'll tell you my thoughts first.
Yeah, please.
I think.
Tell me, what do you understand about autotune?
So my understanding is you take a song, आपके पास सुर नहीं है, and autotune sort of puts you in tune, so it sounds better, it sounds in flow. But यार, I have heard T-Pain. There are fairly successful artists who use autotune. And I think, मेरे हिसाब से it doesn't matter. I'm not in music. I enjoy music. I listen to a lot of songs. And to me, it doesn't even matter 1% whether somebody has used autotune or not because I'm just the end consumer. But I know in the industry there's a debate. कैसे use कर सकता है? It's like steroids of running, right?
Ethically गलत लगता है कि
हाँ. और Olympics में like there's a rule, right? Like you can't take steroids and run. But I'll tell you, now they've started a new thing called the enhanced games, where it's only people who are using steroids.
What are you saying?
Yeah, there's a new thing now, by the way. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's called enhanced games.
Everybody's on steroids.
Yes. So the trailer for it is amazing, okay? It's this guy who's like, I'm the fastest man alive, but you've never heard of me. No, but you've never heard of me because I'm not legally allowed to compete in Olympics. And he's like, I've spent 10 years of my life taking steroids, all the illegal drugs. Okay. Do you want to watch me run? And you know what? This is going to sound weird, but I wouldn't mind watching that. मुझे देखना है यार. 10 लोग who have 10 years they have taken steroids to see what is the peak capacity, right? So as an audience, I don't mind. Autotune is the same. Even though you can say that autotune nahi use karna hai, whatever the internal this thing is. As a consumer, I just want to hear the best music. I don't care whether it's autotune or not. But what are your thoughts?
So I'll tell you the people who don't like autotune, what do they mean by it and why don't they like it. So thing is that if you are a singer, for let's say you are Sonu Nigam, and you are there's no better singer than Sonu Nigam in the country right now. You evaluate his singing by how well he performs in the live shows. बिकॉज लाइव शोज में ऑटो ट्यून वगैरह नहीं काम करता, ऑल्दो देर आर अदर आर्टिस्ट हु यूज ऑटो ट्यून इन द लाइव शोज एज वेल. बट एक अगर सिंगर लाइव शोज में बहुत सुर में गा सकता है, दैट मीन्स ही इज अ रियली गुड सिंगर. उसका हिज मसल्स आर ट्रेन्ड एंड ही कैन सिंग इन ट्यून. उनका बोलना ऐसा होता है कि if you use auto tune and you don't tell people that you're using auto tune, then you're cheating them. But I recently, Arijit Singh gave an interview where he said that he uses auto tune, and auto tune is a. I'll quickly explain you how it works. So basically, the thing is that, for example, this is your audio waveform and this is your sine wave. Auto tune, what auto tune does is इसको definite levels पे वो कर देता है. उसको आप ऐसे समझो कि एनालॉग को डिजिटल में कन्वर्ट कर रहा है बेसिकली, एंड इट इज गिविंग वैल्यू जीरोज एंड वंस टू योर साइन वेव. नाउ द वैल्यूज डिपेंड ऑन इफ योर साइन वेव इज हियर, हाँ, एंड द नेक्स्ट परफेक्ट पिच इज समवेयर हियर एंड हियर. ओके, सो ये आपका साइन वेव जो पॉइंट पे होगा वो जिसके क्लोज होगा उसके पास वो चिपक जाएगा. It snaps to the correct one. Okay. That is what auto tune is. Now there are ways to do it. इसको कम भी कर सकते हैं नमक के बराबर, कि थोड़ा करना है ऑटो ट्यून या ज़्यादा करना है. So the best singers in the industry who are singing right now, may it be Sonu Nigam also, it could be Arijit Singh also, it could be anyone, Shreya Ghoshal or anyone. They have to use auto tune because now the music production style has changed. पहले क्या होता था, जैसे किशोर कुमार, मोहम्मद रफ़ी के टाइम पे they didn't have auto tune and analog recording होती थी. For example, if they had to record a guitar, there's a very good video by I'm forgetting his name, Vijay Dayal from YRF, who does the sound mixing for Yash Raj films. उनका एक वीडियो where he has explained this. So the thing is that पुराने ज़माने में जब ये बोलते हैं ना कि ये बहुत सुर में गाते थे लोग, आजकल तो लोग ऑटो ट्यून यूज़ करते हैं, ऐसा नहीं होता था. तब भी थोड़ा बेसुरा गाते थे. बट द थिंग इज़ दैट सब कुछ जब एनालॉग यूज़ होता है तो एक फ्रीक्वेंसी का बैंड बनता है जिसके बीच में आप थोड़ा बेसुरा हो गए तो समझ में नहीं आएगा सुनने वालों को. सो नाउ इफ़ यू एक्सट्रैक्ट द ऑडियोज विच वर देयर इन 1970s, नाउ इफ़ यू पुट इट इन टूडेज टाइम्स ट्रैक, यू विल बी एबल टू सी कि है बेसुरा. बेसुरा गाते थे तब लोग, लेकिन वो फ्रीक्वेंसी बैंड इतनी बन जाती है क्योंकि सारे एकॉस्टिक इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स बज रहे होते हैं और उसके बीच में ये वाला आता है तो उसमें थोड़ा वेरिएशन समझ नहीं आता है.
एनीवे मास्किंग,
या सो इतना समझ नहीं आता है. बट फॉर एग्जाम्पल बचना है हसीनों का जब रेंडिशन हुआ था, न्यूअर वर्जन, सो दे हैड एक्सट्रैक्टेड द ओरिजिनल किशोर कुमार वॉइस, बट दे हैड टू ट्यून इट हियर in the newer project file with newer VST instruments which are tuned to 440 hertz, because वो digitally tuned होते हैं. तो जो एक string section एक acoustic instrument पे बजा रहा है वो शायद varied हो सकता है, लेकिन digitally rendered violin will always be rendered to 440 hertz. तो उस पे जब आता है आपको किशोर कुमार का वॉइस भी ट्यून ही करना पड़ता है. तो ऐसे तो नहीं, वो रोबोट तो नहीं पैदा हो गया ना कि दे विल ऑलवेज सिंग एट 440 हर्ट्ज. तो इसीलिए इट इज़ ऑलवेज नेसेसरी इन टूडेज म्यूजिक प्रोडक्शन टाइम्स टू यूज ट्यूनिंग एंड ऑटो ट्यून. तो एक तो होता है कि लोगों का एक वो भी है कि एक मशीन आती है, आप यहाँ से आवाज़ डालोगे तो वहाँ से ट्यून होकर निकलता है. इट्स नॉट दैट, यू हैव टू ट्यून इंडिविजुअल ट्यून पीसेस इन द वोकल ट्रैक एंड मेक इट साउंड useful and melodious. And there are some songs which do it rampantly because that is the kind of effect they are wanting to put in that song. For example, there is one song by Vishal Dadlani, उसकी तुषार कपूर की फिल्म थी कच्ची गली तो है मैं हूँ भौरा भौरा. That song, there's a rampant use of auto-tune because that is the kind of vocal tone they were looking for. तो कभी कभी प्रोसेसिंग में होता है, A.R. Rahman has used it several times on his own voice, and I don't see anything wrong in it. जैसे it's like putting makeup on your face or putting a filter on your picture while uploading it.
So why does Reddit have a problem with it?
Reddit have a problem because they don't understand the process. No, अभी the overall the perception of auto tune is कि अगर कोई अच्छा गा रहा है तो बोलेंगे auto tune left the chat. That is the first comment. अगर कोई बुरा गा रहा है तो auto tune did not work or whatever it is, because auto tune in their heads it's a machine that will make you sound better. So that is not how it works, and most of the best singers have said that. So I to use auto tune on my tracks because I want my track to sound the best, and auto tune helps me to do that. But I cannot claim that I am a good singer then. If I'm using auto tune in my profile, in my tracks, and then I come out and say कि मैं बहुत अच्छा गाता हूँ, मैं नहीं गाता हूँ भाई अच्छा.
But I think most professionals never come out and say कि मैं अच्छा गाता हूँ. Like other people, I mean, the minute you say कि मैं अच्छा गाता हूँ, people are like, hey. You want somebody else to say, dude, you're a good musician. This guy
Yeah.
sings very well.
So Sonu Nigam is that person who everybody respects. Because you can see it in his live shows कि ये नाच रहा है इंसान जंप कर रहा है, he is doing all sorts of things, but उसका सुर नहीं हिलता है. Shreya Ghoshal is also same. But they also need some kind of tuning when they are recording because उसमें बहुत सारे factors होते हैं. Now that I have started singing for other composers also, I have realized उसमें एक note, एक emotion, your breath, everything matters. So sometimes a good take which is not in tune is kept because they can sort it out in the later mixing. उसको tune कर सकते हैं. लेकिन अगर emotion नहीं आ रहा है तो ट्यून में हो भी तो नहीं यूज करते हैं. सो देयर आर मल्टीपल फैक्टर्स दैट यू आर थिंकिंग ऑफ व्हाइल मेकिंग गुड ट्रैक. सो द एंड आइडिया इज टू मेक अ गुड ट्रैक विच विल साउंड गुड. अब वो आप कैसे भी करो, ऑटो ट्यून यूज करो या बिना यूज करे करो या फिर आप माइक उल्टा रख दो.
Ultimately, it's about the audience.
अल्टीमेटली यू शुड इट शुड कन्वे दैट इमोशन व्हाट यू आर लुकिंग फॉर.
यार मेरा एक स्टोरी है इसके ऊपर, राइट? So I feel like where a lot of artists, how many of you are artists or do some art? I'll tell you where I think some artists make a mistake. यार पहले साल में ना, when you're an artist, you do a good job, you create something amazing for the audience, you do it for the next year. After the 5th year na, you start creating some art which you're doing for your peers. I'll explain what that means. एक filmmaker था, first year he made good action film fighting, he knew audience likes that. Second year he made a movie like Dabang. In the 5th year, he started making complicated movie. कि यार इसका मेंटल ट्रिप इधर गया फिर उधर, एंड देन ही फॉरगॉट व्हाट द ऑडियंस वांटेड. ही इज लाइक माय फिल्म क्रिटिक्स एंड ऑल द अदर फिल्म पीपल विल रियली लाइक दिस फिल्म, इसमें सोल है, एंड इट कमर्शियली डिडंट डू वेल. आई थिंक शाहरुख हैज हैड द सेम कर्व, राइट? ही डिड फैन, ही डिड bunch of intellectual movies, then he said screw that, I'll go to Pathan. So my question to you, and this is something that you've probably experienced as an artist, how do you prevent yourself from creating for other musicians whose validation you want? Here, I want to be respected by all the other musicians, but at the same time realizing their validation doesn't matter, it's the audience's validation that matters most. This is mentally very hard for an artist to do. As much as we all say we want to create for the audience, after the 3rd year, I know exactly what happens. And you have successfully avoided doing that. Why?
So the thing is that for me, fortunately, what happened is the first time when my video went viral, it went viral for the funny thing in it. It went viral for the meme content in it. But the feedback that I got from other composers and people who work in the industry, people that I admire, was कि यार तेरा music sense अच्छा है. So I used to make sure that my mixing and my music production in those videos also was really tight. So in the same content, one audience is looking at for the meme content कि यार देखो कैसे बोल रही है या फिर ये कैसा बोल रही है, it's so funny, and they don't understand the science behind it, but they get that dopamine high when they are looking at the video. But while when a musician is also looking at the video, he understands कि इसमें mixing हुआ है, there's a good low frequency handle अच्छा किया है, इसमें there's a structure to it, there's a verse, there's a bridge, there's a chorus, and there's an intro outro bhi hai, it ends on a high note. So all these things I used to take care because initially I always wanted to produce music, and this is the meme thing that I found that this is the best way to reach
format.
It's a format where I can use music and let more people listen to my music. So the feedback that I got from music composers also was that we understand what you're doing and we understand that you have the musical sense. Now why don't you make full length songs? Why are you doing this? But I tell them that this gives me numbers, so that's why.
Do they understand that? मतलब it's very tempting to say हाँ they are right, they are experienced, मुझे उनका validation चाहिए, चलो करेंगे, full songs बनाएंगे, let's make a track, let's make that. The problem is I can see if you actually went that route, it would be a great disservice to your audience, because the audience still needs somebody making meme viral songs, right? How do you resist that temptation?
No, I don't resist. Actually, the thing is with social media and internet, it's so easy. I can make a song and put it out. Like if I want to make a song, and it's also as a music composer, genuinely I want to make full length songs. It's not that I don't want to do it, but this is giving me numbers, so I do both. I will make my songs. I'll get around 1/10 of the views that I get on my viral videos on that full length song, but I'll still make it. There's no harm in that. I can put it on my YouTube. I'll just upload it on my Spotify. I don't care even if people don't listen.
You're doing that to satisfy your peers, would you say?
Satisfy my peers, no, satisfy myself. Because there are like 400 ideas that I have in my computer, which I know I wanted to put out, but I never turned it into a full length song. Now I can make it and put it out. Whatever distribution I have, I can just get like 1/10 of that to listen to this one. And for them, it's not that I don't enjoy the other short format content also. I enjoy both. And the best part about having your own distribution is you can distribute anything. It's just that you have to manage your expectations accordingly. I cannot expect people to listen to my full-length songs in the same numbers as they do to my.
Can I ask you a strange question?
Yeah.
Do you think distribution has now become more valuable than the skill? Let me give you some context. There are lots of good musicians in India. And in my field, right, for example, lots of good engineers in India who can build good products. But it's starting to look like, at least in this year, कि यार बहुत सारे हैं, try कर रहे हैं, but the guys with distribution will win. I remember once Robert Kiyosaki, the guy who wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad, he written in his book, I'm not the best author, I'm the best selling author. So मेरा question है, your distribution is probably very valuable. Do you feel today it's at a point where your distribution is more valuable than your skill set? Just thinking commercially, huh? Forget about the I am Yash.
I'll have to think on this a little bit. So you're saying the distribution has more value than the skill set?
Commercially, just purely commercially. Like,
But the thing is not the distribution is meant over the skill set only, na?
So what I'm saying is, you use a skill, you build the distribution, then the skill becomes less valuable. Is that true? Because a lot of these people in the audience, right? There's a famous saying that when you're young, you are paid for what you know.
Yeah.
As you get older, you're paid for who you know. And distribution is that apex of who you know, right? You know everyone. You know millions of people. And therefore, anything you produce suddenly has value to it. And a lot of this audience, they keep, like I see this on Reddit a lot, right? Like I spend a lot of my time on Reddit. A lot of the audience is like, यार मैं try कर रहा हूँ, मेरे पास भी skill है, मैं भी music बनाता हूँ, मैं भी film बनाता हूँ. And look, my film is better than this other filmmaker. क्यों मुझे opportunity नहीं मिल रहा है? क्यों मेरे पास, पैसा नहीं आ रहा है?
Distribution नहीं है इसलिए.
So I have started to realize commercially the distribution might be more valuable than the skill itself. Do you feel the same way?
Now, when you say it like that, yes, I think because then, I also know a lot of skillful people who don't have the distribution, but they are not looking for distribution. They just make the songs and they sell it to some distributor.
But doesn't it feel like you're giving away your power when you do that? Do they feel bad? Like you know them, you don't have to take names, but you know how they feel. Do they feel as happy as somebody with the distribution?
Depends from artist to artist. Yeah. For me, like it's correlated, but that's what I'm saying. Distribution doesn't happen overnight. Distribution happens over time, and based on that skill set only the distribution has happened. So the audience which has come there they have seen something in that artist and given him that distribution. But it's a good question. I'll think on this.
Interesting. Yeah, one more thing, okay? Just as we were talking about distribution, something that I thought of. How much, at least in your success, has timing played a role? Because you went viral at a very specific time, right? I'll tell you where I remember you going viral. During pandemic.
Yeah.
Right? Where everyone is sitting at home, lonely, locked. It's almost like you got a pandemic surge and then you sustained that surge over this thing. How much of success in general, I don't know how much you can generalize your story, do you feel is timing? Because a lot of these people here, some of them know how to get the skill, some of them know how to get a little bit of distribution as well. But still they're struggling because they are doing something where it's already saturated, bahut sare hai already, but has timing played an important role?
Timing is just one factor, I think. It is a combination of multiple things. Timing is also one of them. I'll just give you one example. Recently, I was speaking to a brand and they were like कि हमको रसोड़े में कौन था ना वैसा कुछ तो वायरल बनाना है, वैसा चाहिए. मतलब फिर उसके लिए फिर एक बार पैंडेमिक आना पड़ेगा, फिर उसके बाद ऐसे दुनिया में रहना पड़ेगा जिधर लोगों ने ये पहले कभी नहीं देखा है, ये आइडिया कभी नहीं सुना है. तो बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स जब हो जाएंगे एक साथ तब जाके वैसे हो सकता है फिर से अगर मैं भी करना चाहूँ तो. So it's not possible. The thing is that it is also the algorithm at that point of time. मैं तो ये वीडियो जब वायरल हुआ तब रील्स भी नहीं थे. I put it as a post that time. It was 2020. So that time around I was at 6,000 subscribers and 2 videos before that had done really well. So I was already in that algorithm zone where it was already started recommending my videos to that audience जिनको ये third वाला पसंद आएगा. So as soon as I put this, I put it in a time where, yeah, timing as 5 p.m. I put it out. That's the 6 p.m. They say that Instagram has the peak time when most people are using it. अभी का पता नहीं, लेकिन that time it was like that. So there are multiple factors, and also my skill level at that point of time. Me being doing music production for 6 years by that time. So there are multiple factors. Timing could be one part of it, but there are also these 3-4 things that came in together. And yeah, then I cannot predict that when it will happen again. So it's
But do you
little
feel
ambiguous.
like you were new, like a breath of fresh air during that period, and that's one of the successful?
Yeah, I think so, because before me there were people who were doing it. Like there was this guy, like Sneha Khanvilkar had done a similar thing long back in sound tripping. She did a similar thing in the Gangs of Wasseypur also. And then there was Dub Sharma, who used to do it on his profile. But he didn't care about the algorithm. He didn't shoot it properly. He used to shoot it horizontally. But it was really good quality videos. But it was not what I did. I just took it and made it really mainstream. I took the most popular TV serial dialogue and I put music to it. But the concept was similar. What he used to do is कि रास्ते पर कहीं जा रहा है, स्टेशन पे कोई दिख गया, he used to record that voice, then sample and make a song out of it. Here I took that actual dialogue what people were listening to, and the video was also kind of viral before my track came out. So all these were there, but yeah, this video was, because it was so mainstream, it got caught up. And
So what is new now? If you had to bet on something brand new, because what I've realized about new stuff is that time it looked like a joke,
Yeah,
but then you realize how much commercial value is in it.
yeah.
So today, what looks like a joke in music that most people like, like most music producers will be like,
this is what Anshuman is doing. Anshuman, my friend Mayur Jumani also. Mayur Jumani, what he did recently, ये जब लक्षद्वीप का और वो उसका चल रहा था, he just took like 30 seconds. I don't think it is even 30 seconds. It's like 20 seconds of video he did, where Modi ji is singing. He used AI or something and made Modi ji sing Lakshadweep, Aaja Zara Lakshadweep. So he took some song, turned it into this voice. It sounds funny, but it has art. He has spent time. He reproduced the entire song, and it is just 20 seconds, because now the algorithm of Instagram is that watch time पे आ गया ना, कि कितना लंबा आप देख रहे हो वीडियो, उसके ऊपर वो recommend होगा. So what he did smartly was he made a small loop ताकि पूरा ही देख ले लोग, and he made it as in a way कि वो loop पे देखा जाए. So within like one day it crossed about 10 million, whatever, 15 million views. So this
it
sounds
looks
funny,
like
but
a joke, but it could be commercially viable.
it could be amazing. I got to know, Kisna told me that A.R. Rahman has used this technique. कोई folk singer का आवाज लेके he has made 3 new songs in his next album.
Okay, but I have a question on this. And this is where it gets dangerous and scary, okay? I want to play a video for you guys.
Yeah.
This is, we had cloned Shah Rukh's voice. I don't know if
Yeah.
you've heard this.
Yes, I have.
But I want to show people this because
It's insane.
it's scary, I guess.
The Tanmay one you're saying, no?
The Tanmay one. I'm just pulling out the Shah Rukh's voice, which we had done.
Tanmay said it and it actually
Yeah.
converted.
Actually, let me play Kal Ho Na Ho by
Kishore Kumar's voice on this song. Let's do that.
हर घड़ी बदल रही है रूप जिंदगी छाँव है.
So my question is this. ये किसका copyright क्या है? मतलब मोदी का voice, शाहरुख का voice. Because I remember when we did the Shahrukh song, Shahrukh's manager reached out. Because we had said in the beginning of the song कि we have a crazy data set of Shahrukh. She's like, what data set?
What are you saying?
Yeah. So that's when we realized, okay, this is education.
Actually, I had this question for you, because इसमें कैसा करेगा अभी, IP का कैसा करेगा, या फिर how would you copyright someone's?
मुझे नहीं पता. Like I have no idea, right? Anil Kapoor, I think some actor went and copyrighted his voice, which I think everyone
Anil Kapoor
should
only.
do, by the way.
Anil Kapoor only did. Yeah.
I think it is very important for you to go, even if you're an average citizen, if you start getting to any level of fame, copyright your voice, copyright your face.
Yeah.
Right? Because then it gives you the license to sue anybody if it becomes a problem.
But in this now, for example, I don't remember the guy's name. It's Stebin Ben, I think the guy's name is. He naturally sounds exactly like Atif Aslam. अब उसका क्या करेगा?
मतलब jail.
नहीं, but that is his own voice.
Too bad, jail. See, that's the thing. No, we're getting to a point where you know DMX, the rapper in the US. There's one rapper. He died recently. He had a dog-like voice. He said, "My voice is gruff," and some other artist had copied his voice. He went and sued that artist. कि तूने मेरा voice क्यों copy किया? I remember Ed Sheeran also someone had sued for like something that's not even similar. Now my question is, okay, you will sue. I can sue a Yash for using Shah Rukh's voice in a song and making money off it. But how can I sue some random anonymous account who makes a good banger song? The way YouTube has solved this is they said, hey, Ed Sheeran or whoever, some 2-3 artists, you lend your voice, let people create any song possible. It's called Dream Track now. You can lend your voice, you can also lend your voice, any track will give you royalties. Because ये तो होना, anyway it's going to happen.
आवाज बेच सकते हो आप.
आवाज बेच सकते हो, license pay. And for the first time, okay, and this is for me the most exciting part of this, right? For the first time, you can productize yourself.
अच्छा.
Which means you have the dynamics of a software company.
Okay.
Anyone who wants to use Yash's voice, $3, $5 a month, whatever, 250 rupees.
Yeah, there's one Black Mirror episode also, no? ऐसा कुछ.
हाँ, license, पूरा license. Like, एक बाजार होगा, and you can get your voice Pirate Bay पे भी मिलेगा. But the thing is, then you can't put it on YouTube because YouTube will.
Legally आपको खरीदना है तो इधर से खरीदना.
हाँ, legally करो और 300 रुपए मतलब for a song, for a viral
That is
song.
also fine, right? But what I'm saying is now अभी जैसे people who mimic or like this Atif Aslam guys, आप you cannot make out the difference. अभी वो कैसा बोले, वो बोलेगा मैं ऐसा ही गाता है. तो how like IPs have always been very ambiguous because it's very hard to tell कि किसके दिमाग में idea पहला आया. Now this ये Animal has had some plot of Godfather. Godfather का तो कितने अपने films में people have just took the plot lines. But I don't think you can fight it in the court कि Godfather में उसने दिखाया था जीजा को मारा, फिर इसमें जीजा को मारा तो नहीं मार सकते क्या?
और Indian court में IP law जीतना is a 20-year battle.
Yes.
Right? Like to say कि he cloned my voice, no one has the time. So even if we copied Shah Rukh's voice, for example, Shah Rukh doesn't have the time to go sue me and whatever, right? And
I
we
think
did it for educational purpose, by the way, just so that people are.
No, the solution would be if you can identify that it is artificially generated, then it is fine.
हाँ.
इतना
नहीं,
होना
वो
चाहिए.
मुश्किल है यार. I mean, it's getting better and better and better, right?
कुछ तो होना चाहिए जिसमें समझ जाना चाहिए कि ओरिजिनल गले से नहीं आया है, ये मशीन से आया है, ऐसे कुछ तो होना चाहिए.
But that Shah Rukh piece, it's very hard to tell. If I just and maybe you can tell because you whatever heard his music.
I couldn't. It's too good.
No, but imagine the average Indian, na? WhatsApp university पे कुछ भी भेजते, people are like, हाँ, this is true. My dad keeps forwarding me nonsense every day.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, uncle, dad. Sir ji, ये false है. So the thing is, I'm very worried कि one day, in fact, election is the best example, right?
Yeah.
24 hours before election, I can send you a message to everyone's WhatsApp number. Rahul Gandhi is standing there saying, मेरे से नहीं हो पाएगा, go vote for the other guy. Bye, see you. If you think this will not happen, I can guarantee you this will. Dude, the main Twitter account of Modi posted a meme about Rahul Gandhi.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, ये तो होना ही था. And it gets very messy when in elections.
Then in this zone, it is very scary.
हाँ.
Because then उसमें कोई control नहीं है. Copyright, I think there'll be laws यार. But कुछ तो उसपे limitation.
But how will you
आएगा,
enforce the laws?
regulations.
Because any anonymous account can use this, no? I understand if you're enforcing the laws on big accounts. But if there's an account with 50 subscribers, and the way Instagram works is anything can go viral.
Yeah.
So that is going to go viral. If that Modi Melody song,
Yes,
remember
yes,
the
yes.
Melody plus Modi song?
Yeah.
It went viral on so many small accounts because I clicked on their profile, 2,000 followers, 5,000 followers. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Right? So, how would you solve this hypothetically?
I would have to learn the IP laws first or get a lawyer to understand because someone told me 2-3 years ago that how IP laws work. For example, I didn't know that you had to copyright your voice. If it is Anil Kapoor's voice, it is his voice. He doesn't have to prove it somewhere or document it somewhere. That is what I was told. that if you have an idea and if you write it on a tissue paper, that is your copyright. You don't have to officially document it and tell the government that this is my idea. That I was told. But I don't know, yaar. IP
I don't think that's true.
No, na? Because
No,
then it would be...
Yeah, that's not true. And even in real estate, we've seen this, right? Like, you technically the paper should be enough, but still they will tell you go put a newspaper ad when you buy a place, prove that it is yours 3-4 times, so that in court it becomes easy to kind of defend it if there's a problem. Yeah, mera issue is I don't know how this plays out,
Yeah, I also don't know.
and I think we are going to see a lot of like I'm surprised.
Okay, she's calling you. I think, yeah, you're calling...
Okay, we'll do the
Yeah,
Q&A,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
last piece of
Yeah,
this
yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm surprised we don't have a Shah Rukh Khan YouTube channel yet. Or a
He
Salman
won't do,
Khan.
yeah.
Not him.
Acha.
I'm saying koi aur.
हाँ.
Full kit. Shah Rukh doing music, 3 songs with this
That's
thing.
a great idea.
It's a great idea, but that is where it's like very
Yeah,
messy.
yes, yeah.
Okay, we'll do some Q&A. We'll ask some questions
there's
for
one
either Yash, Shami or whatever. And hopefully we'll try our best to answer it.
I think you'll get a mic.
Yeah, you'll get a mic.
Hello. Yeah. So my question is to you, Varun. So you had confused us with your virtual AI avatar coming in Instagram videos recently.
Yeah.
You did a couple of them and then you you recorded by yourself. Hope so.
I still do it. I still
Hope
do
so.
some AI avatars.
So that's why I'm saying hope so. You recorded by yourself. So just to understand like why you shifted back to recording it by yourself and not using too much of AI tools for doing that. What's the reason? What's your learning around that? How did people react to it? And
So the
number
original
two-
intent was we only use it when I'm traveling. That's the original intent.
But why not every time? Because you're saving your time. You're virtually present, but that's saving you time and that's still giving you the same reach. If it's so, that's what I want to understand.
Yeah.
And yeah.
To be very honest, I don't know. We should be using it every time. And I think within the next 6 months, we'll use it every time. But the thing is, I'll tell you how it works. My shooting schedule, how it works, right? If I'm shooting a long form, for me, it takes 10 minutes to shoot the shots. So I'm like, chalo karte hain. Right? So I anyway just finish it off because I'm like, it's just 10 minutes. But I think over time, we will do a lot more shots which are automated. In fact, where we really see the value of this automation, right? Complete avatar automation is if I want to start a new channel, let's say business, politics, news. Like I was saying, right? You can license Yashraj's voice. Technically, I can license my identity for 50 different channels. So if you like the way I explain things, you can now, I can do a National Geography type channel, this, that, whatever, with a small talking head avatar on the left. Dude, we don't know, to be honest. We are also learning and experimenting कि technology है अब. इसका implication क्या होगा? So I have to put out 50 videos and then see which ones work, which ones don't work. But I'll tell you the surprising thing. It doesn't impact views at all.
That's what I was coming to. It's not doing that. Okay.
Yeah, it's not impacting views at all. In fact, now people are going mad in my comments. Even the real videos, they're like, this is AI generated.
This is yes,
and the AI videos, they're like, no, this one is real because he moved his hand. And in our team, it's like, we are also confused. Like my team is confused saying, was this AI generated? Was this not AI generated?
Tell me, why doesn't AI understand hands and feet?
So with hands, with fingers specifically, it's like the way we do our pictures. The way we've shot all the pictures, all the training data that's inside of this is some of the pictures are like this. Like let's say I'm doing this. Let's say I'm doing namaste. How many fingers is this to the camera? 2.
Okay.
You're only seeing 2 fingers. So unless you label each image saying इसमें 3 finger है, इसमें 4 finger है, इसमें
But there might be pictures where the hand is like
correct.
this or hand.
So sometimes it's seeing the hand like this, sometimes it's seeing the hand like this, which is, by the way, this is 3 fingers.
Acha.
Right? So it's getting confused on how do human hands look.
Okay.
Right? That's why you'll never see an AI with 3 eyes. Like generate 3 eyes. Because it's very rare from any angle to see 3 eyes. But with fingers, it's like it's seeing it from so many different angles where sometimes it looks like 1, sometimes it looks like 2, sometimes it looks like 3. That's why sometimes the clothing to hand blending also gets screwed. Sometimes it just blends into the hand.
Right.
Because it's from some angles, in some images, it feels like that, that could be part of the original substrate.
Got it. Sorry, you were saying something.
Can I have a handshake to prove them wrong? You're not virtually here.
Virtual handshake. Virtual handshake. Yeah, I think the implications of this are incredible because we have started something new, by the way. We have started, when we hire a creator now, we have started licensing their rights. Not for everybody, but for some. The deal is, if you do this with us and your channel becomes successful, we want to own the license for doing short form content with you. Eventually, long form content as well. So here, it's a dream job, but there is also cons. The dream job is you don't have to come to work a single day after your channel is established. हम बनाएंगे. So you are constantly given a check, maybe 50,000, 75,000, a lakh, for doing nothing. Just giving me a copy of your soul, basically. But then also, on the other hand, you're selling your soul, right? Which is, if I'm a bad person, I can use your license, your identity, and make you say anything.
I don't mind. I'll sell my soul for.
Just a suggestion you were discussing कि उसका solution क्या है? How we can stop that things Shah Rukh Khan's voice being used by someone else?
I don't think we can stop
it. Do you think can we make these AI tools so expensive that not everyone is using it? मतलब कोई भी ऐसे ही नहीं कर पा रहा है. Someone who actually can save time.
Capitalism is excellent. If one guy is charging 5 rupees and the other guy realizes, shit, the cost of delivering this is 1 rupee, eventually he will make a tool that costs 1.1 rupee. Capitalism is amazing like that. It will drive the price of things down very close to what the actual price of the thing is. So, sorry.
Thank you.
That's why I don't have a solution to the Shah Rukh thing. You have to make it as illegal as like terrorism or something. Yeah.
Hello. Hi guys, my name is Dipank and I'm an entertainment and media and IP lawyer. I listen to you guys talking so many conjectures about IP. Varun, thank you so much for telling more about AI tools. I have been following you for a while and I've seen lots of your videos. I do work on AI and law, right? I have been working on that for quite some time. My question to you is, what is your take on ethical use of AI? I know it is a long debate. It is a never-ending debate. But what are your views and how do you see that society and your followers per se, right, should perceive AI as something to be used ethically in, daily usage? For example, I'll give you a small example. I'm a lawyer, right? So I do not use AI to draft a contract for me, which you can. You can simply give a command, draft a, licensing deal, as you said, copyright deal for me or copyright agreement for me. I don't do that, right? My idea of ethical usage of AI is drafting a contract first, right? Put it on the tool and see if, if there are any, lekinas or, say grammatical mistake, conjecture, or like, punctuation marks or anything, right? That. So, simple question. What is ethical usage of AI is for you?
See, I'll tell you the problem with the way you are thinking, right? It's the 2024 way to think. My worry with AI is not where it is today. My worry is, we also spend a lot of time on the open source side of things, right? So we are seeing the progress live before it becomes commercially valuable. So I will tell you 6 months ahead ki ye chalega. In 6 months, this is going to be really big. Like we can see now that hardware is going to be really big in 6 months. AI plus hardware. The Meta glasses and all that, right? In your case, legal AI is going to be so good in 2 years that today you are saying ki, I still use it for proofreading and all. In 2 years, you will actually use it to write contracts. And in a way, it's like somebody like maybe a small business owner, maybe not the large ones, will still use tools like that to say, okay, just give me the contract directly. But if it's a complicated contract, and most contracts in large companies are complicated.
That's where I'm coming.
That's where you come in, right? So it's almost like you don't have to do the shit work, the menial work. You get to do the specialized work. Like he doesn't have to sit and now manually pull out stems. There's a tool that does that. So he can focus on the more advanced work. I feel it's more that. But remember, AI is constantly getting better. Now, in terms of ethical, the way we think about ethical is, if I'm using AI to clone me, it's fine. If I'm using AI to clone somebody else where I don't have the license, that's illegal.
Shah Rukh Khan can sue you, but he is choosing not to.
Yeah.
If you are using his voice.
I think before suing, he'd do a cease and desist. He would send us a message saying, please take it down.
Yes,
and we would take it down. Like right now, we're doing it for educational purposes. And it's fine to use something for educational purposes. But the minute, if anyone has a problem, we take it down. We don't even ask 2 questions. We're like, it's fair.
Thank you so much.
Hi Varun, hi Yashraj. I have been following you, Varun, from like last 6 years, and my question is that you both act as a content creators, right? Yashraj also create content, and now you are doing songs for movies and stuff like that, right? Uh, One of the biggest success factor on social media is novelty, right? And Yashraj proved his novelty by uh, producing that viral song. How do you see it? Like, how do you, Varun, see novelty? Like, matlab, what's your novelty in it? And at the same time, Yashraj, what do you think? What can be done new? Because when you launched that viral track, it was new to people, right? What's new to people now? Like, what do you think
We spoke
will
about
work?
this, no?
Yeah, basically anything that engages you is newer. But I think as I spoke पहले भी कि AI use करके what Mayur Jubani is doing, what Anshuman Sharma is doing, that's really interesting. So for me, it is that. I think that will be there for next another 1.5, 2 years till people get bored of this idea and something the newer thing comes up. But for music, I think it's going to be this only for at least for
Varun, for you.
Yeah, I think, see, when we created AI content, we were actually kind of. Okay, last question, and then we kill it.
Hi, my name's Avantika. Nice to hear you both in person. I'm a music producer, DJ, singer, and I have been. Sorry, I should stand. My question is two parts. The first one is, are there any AI algorithms that can work real time during performances and improvisation during festivals? So for example, if I was at this stage, etc., right? Are there such AI algorithms? And the second part is more so, if there are tracks that I like as references, are there AI tools that can actually take those tracks and help me create, I guess, remixes, not the exact same, but go a little deeper into it? Again, same thing that what you said, Varun, is like, how do I take it from the head to the hand by using this tool to, because the ideas are great. It's just now how do we kind of, so yeah, those two parts. And you
This is
guys
more a
can
Yash
both.
question
Yeah,
than
I mean,
a Varun question.
actually.
both. There is a Varun question here, so she's going to quickly say it because she's dying to talk to you. I mean, ask you. So I have to give her that. Okay, not dying to.
Yeah, maybe you can answer her first. I'll.
Yeah, so the thing is that I'm unaware of live AI thing because whatever I know of AI is that it requires processing and real time would be slightly difficult to achieve. So at this point, I can't think of anything. I don't know. But what was the second question? You want to answer the second?
That was the only question. I think you can do
AI.
live AI visualizers, by the way. Like you could, but visualizer to AI nahi chahiye na. Like you can just do
that's
a,
something.
yeah.
I think the second one was the remixing and going into that sort of faster workflow.
Yeah, it depends on what exactly you want to do. But I don't think there is, at this point, there are splitters which can do stems.
Like
There are
Lala
noise
AI
removals.
is a splitter, right? Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's just.
Yeah, Moises is one.
That's why I think you should be on one overpowered episode
Yeah.
and just show us your entire workflow. I think it'll be very
That
useful.
would be
for-
really helpful.
Yeah, I would love that.
I'm going to quickly give it.
Hi, thanks, Avantika. Hi, I'm Priyanjali, a serial entrepreneur. Varun, my question is to you. So, for me, the media and entertainment space in India is very new. I've recently sold my company and come back from the Silicon Valley, built a conversation and generative AI platform for creators in the US. And in that process, realized that we wanted to go towards the direction of ACI, like artificial capable intelligence. Two folded questions. First, where do you see the next 2 to 3 years evolving in terms of adoption here in the Indian creator market space, and what are the white spaces? And two would be like in the next decade, where do you see this going at a macro level? So, yeah.
I'll tell you the mathematics, okay? There are 8 billion people in the world, roughly 8 billion. There are 200 million ChatGPT users. There is 7.1 million mobile phone users. Just see the gap, na? 8 billion people, 7.1 billion mobile phone users. So almost there, right? ChatGPT is just 200 million and Midjourney is 15 million. I bet your music tools, your Musicify and all that, probably less than a million users or maybe 5 million users or something like that. So there's so much penetration left. I think it's going to take a very, very long time. So you are seeing this content, so you're on the edge, but I think there's so much time that you should take something simple and run with it for a while because there's just so much left.